Hi guys, and welcome to another review, and today I am going to be reviewing the Enemies of the First Doctor box set. So, yep, I'm going to go into that now. So, obviously, the highlight of the figure would be the Flamethrower Dalek, but I'll get into that later. So, I'm just going to move the Dalek and the Sideman away, and review the Roboman from the Dalek Invasion of Earth story. So, articulation is standard. It's the exact same articulation as the figure they used for this model, which is Count Scaglione from City of Death. Unfortunately, I don't have that figure, Scaroth, Last of the Jaggeroth. I don't have that figure, unfortunately, but if I do get that figure, I know what to expect, because this is the exact same mold, other than the blue shirt that they've had to paint over on this type silver number thing. Because it's got the same tissue and they kept the ring on from the body, so it's okay that they're reusing sculpts because it saves money and so on, but yeah, it doesn't affect the figure in any way. So the articulation is the exact same. Legs can move up and down, side to side. Head, I don't think it can do a 360 because of the helmet, but I wouldn't try it anyway. And yeah, so it's just a standard articulation pretty much. So the detailing is a much better thing to talk about because it's so different from anything else we've had before. It's humanoid sculpt, but it's got this really cool silver helmet. So it's got like two satellite dishes on. It's like one satellite dish on the head with another one inside it, which is it looks exactly the same as in the episode because I have checked. It's got the wiring and so on at the top where the dome sculpt, where the hair would go. It's got one or two screws here and there. They've made it look a little bit rusty to give it authenticity. Same on the back, a few bolts and so on, and there's some more wiring on the front. The face, I'm not quite sure if they've tried to capture the look of someone who was actually in the story, or if it's just a random sculpt. I think it's a random sculpt, but I can't be too sure, so if you know, then that's good. So, yep, it's browny, greeny, greyish type suit. I can't really say what colour it is, it's a mix, really, to be honest. And then he's got a big blue shirt underneath it with these silver tag numbers, which I think were actually in the story. Like, I'm not sure if they were supposed to be numbers of what Roboman you were, or what it was, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's good to have that little extra piece of detailing. And because this is the exact same mold as Count Scaglione, it obviously still has the ring and the tissue in the pocket as well. On the back, not really much detailing. It's got the lining of the shirt and a few creases here and there. That's about it. And the legs and so on, exactly the same. Brown boots. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this figure, really. It is a nice figure, and if you do like to army build, then this figure would be one to get. You can have one or two, and you can, like, hopefully they might release one or two more different versions in different suits or whatnot. But yeah, it's good to have a Roboman for the first time, because it's not a Dalek and it's not a Cyberman and it's not a Mechanoid. It's a Dalek-oid type figure, so yeah, we keep on getting more to add to the 60s line. Next, I will review the highlight of the set, which is the Flamethrower Dalek from the Dalek Master Plan. Now, this is by far one of my favourite figures at the moment, because not only is it a really cool, shiny, grey Dalek from basically exactly the same as the Daleks from the chase, so now I have three of them. But it also has the flamethrower, which is a very memorable moment in Doctor Who when they start burning down the forests. And you can also take it out as well, if I can. There we go. It doesn't look too good, really, without the flame. But, you know, it's up to you if you want to sculpt them differently and so on. Display them. You can put them with or without the flame. So, I'll just review the articulation of the Dalek. Obviously, it's standard. Head, 360. I can move up and down. Plunger. And, well, not the plunger, the flamethrower and the gun can move up and down, and it's obviously on its wheels. So that's pretty much it. It's exactly the same colour sculpt as the other Daleks from the chase set. It's obviously still got the slats, and I believe this set came out before the Chase set, so this was the first Dalek we had that actually had slats, I think, from the 60s anyway. So that was cool to have. Unfortunately, I did get the Chase set first because I really wanted the Mechanoid, but now I've got this set as well, so it's pretty cool to have different variants of the Daleks now. The Flame, I'll just review as kind of an accessory. It just looks like a big clump of orangey red plastic, but you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but it does go from a dark red to an orange to a yellow at the end, so it is a little detailed in that sense. And of course you can just plug it in like so, and it'll stay there, burning down forests. So yeah, it's a really nice thing to have. I would say, even if you're not going to get the set, at least try to get this Dalek, because it is a really nice addition to have, and it's just so cool. I really love this colour sculpt for the Daleks, and now we've got one with a flamethrower as well, so let's hope they do more variants of Daleks in the future, perhaps one with the satellite or the gooey alien from Power of the Daleks on the plunger or whatnot. So yeah, it's going to be cool to see some more variants coming out soon. So I'll move him out the way, and then put down just another Cyberman. So this Cyberman, other than the slightly darker colour face, it is exactly the same as the Wave 1 release of the Cybermen figures from the Age of Steel box set thing, I think it was. And yeah, it's just a 10 planet Cyberman, and it looks exactly the same. So not really much to say about it, really. Obviously the face is a little bit darker. What they could have done with this figure is just to make it look a bit different. They could have perhaps given it the cloak from the story when they first appear, like karate chop those men on the ice. It would have been cool to have a cloak with it, so you can have a cloaked Cyberman and a non-cloaked one. But it really doesn't matter that much, to be honest. But instead of putting this figure in, what they could have done is they could have either put another variant of the Doctor in, a companion, or even like another monster, because all we've got for the William Hartnell monsters so far is a Roboman, a Mechanoid, Daleks and Cybermen, and the Roboman is technically a Dalek type thing as well. So it's a shame that they haven't actually released any new figures yet. We could have had the Zarbi, the Monocra. We could have had all sorts from the 60s that they could have done, but unfortunately they haven't done them yet. So keep looking. I would have liked to have a Sensorite, because it doesn't look that different from the Silence figures that came out, so they could have just made it a bit smaller and done that sort of sculpt, but oh well, I guess we'll see them sooner or later. So obviously you all know what the articulation is for the Cyberman. Arms can move up and down, its head can do a 360, and its legs can move up and down and so on as well, and ball jointed hands as well. So yeah, the detailing is exactly the same. Wrinkles on the front, and the buttons and so on, the satellite dish, and the one on the head as well, and the opaque, transparent even, piping as well. So yep, not really much to say about that figure, to be honest. It's nice to have another one, because I do like army building, but, you know, my honest opinion of this set would be skip this set for now, and get it later on, and just get like a better set whilst they're still out, because this set you can miss, to be honest. The only reason I got this set was because of the Flamethrower Dalek, because I'm not too keen on having loads of 10 planet Cybermen, but the Roboman's alright as well. So thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would give this set a 7 out of 10, mainly because of the Flamethrower Dalek. So yep, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time in my next review. So bye, guys.